we saw a giant monster, well, three giant monsters for Japan: Godzilla, Rodan, and Varan. In the United States, we have a pissed off Rhedosaurus from The Beast of 20,000 Fathoms and a bunch of giant ants from the movie Them. After Godzilla, every other country and their mother wants to have a giant monster of their own. And in 1961, one of those countries actually did, and it is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Welcome to the Brumakian podcast, an epic sonic review series where I can review anything, but not everything. On this show, I cover anything in entertainment, whether it is giant monster movies, anime, and video games. Actually, the movie wasn't originally supposed to take place in Britain, but rather Japan as an homage to Godzilla. Then the location was changed to France before eventually setting in the British Isles. Bill Warren mentions in his film book Keep Watching the Skies that it was going to take place in southern Australia, but changed it at the last second because they think that the Aussies wouldn't give a shit if a giant monster attacks them. My question is, did they even tested that fucking theory? Anyhow, most of the film was filmed off and in Ireland, and the rest was filmed in MGM British Studios in Birmingham Wood, Hertfordshire. Eugene Leray, who filmed The Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, was attached to direct the film. Now, you're thinking, okay, with Leray attached to directing it, Ray Harryhausen has to be the one to do the effects, right? Well, no. Let me explain. The effects guys opted for the technique used for Godzilla, suitmation, and they used the same tricks on how it is achieved. Finally, the movie Gorgo was released in the US first on March 29, 1961, and in the UK on October 27th, 7 months later. And here is that plot synopsis. An undersea volcano sends tremors throughout the Atlantic, resulting in aquatic creatures coming out of hiding. When a bunch of merchant seamen catches the infant and displays it as an attraction, it pisses off the mother and she goes on a rampage to find her missing child. I would hate to be those men right now, Jesus Almighty Christ. Anyway, here are my thoughts. I guess this movie is what you may call a Godzilla ripoff. But here's the thing. If you're going to rip off or copy off of something that came before, don't do it half-assedly, and make sure that your ideas are original enough. With all that said, the story is very simple. I am surprised how all of it is told in 1 hour and 16 minutes. Yes, it is very King Kong-esque and Godzilla-esque, but unlike those movies, this film has an happy ending. For the monsters, I mean. The human cast understand it good, but in a very typical American/British monster movie style. Sometimes it can be interpreted as a good thing or a bad thing, but here, it's the former. I like the design of Gorgo, both the infant and the adult, though their roars do sound like stock elephant roars. I love the color palette in this movie. It helps distinguish it from the others, and it's shot pretty well. Also, Jesus fucking Christ, this film ain't afraid to show bodies. The blue screen effects though, whew, it looks rough by today's standards. The music took a while to get into, but it's fitting for a movie like this. Overall, I enjoy Gorgo, and it earns 82 destroyed London bridges out of 100. That will do it for this episode. This has been Demetrius signing off, and I have a meeting with a goddess.